peace. So I just wanted to chat, but I guess not really chat because it's just me, so I'm just gonna be talking to the camera, I suppose. But maybe I just want to document this moment. I document a lot of moments, but feels more like a chat. So I just moved into a house that I absolutely love. And I wasn't supposed to have this house according to the world standards, rental standards, credit history standards, and all of those things. And one major reason was because back in 2018, I left my career, and a spiraling of events eventually turned into me losing my apartment and my car at the time. And it was a really turbulent time. Luckily, I had stepped into the place of my spiritual journey, and I was strengthened. However, it was a hard time. I had to move in with family, and even talking about it now, I feel so foreign. I can't believe I went through that. But I went through that. I did. And so that time left me in a place of having to fix credit, having to fix rental history. And so one of the things with this house was all of the places that I was checking, they kept pulling up my rental history, and they kept pulling up the eviction from 2018. And so I'm not at a place where I lose hope. I don't really be losing hope, but it does. I have to remind myself who I am and how small I am in relation to it all, in relation to this huge, beautiful, wonderful universe that operates on its own and rotates in the world that rotates on its axis beautifully and in a wonderful way that no one else has to help it. And so when I remind myself of that, I remember that, hey, girl, even the birds are fed. They don't go to no grocery store, honey. They don't spend no money, they fed. And so anyway, I've had those moments in this process where I'm like, come on now, God. I've had a lot of denials. I've had a lot of doors slammed. I remember talking back and forth to this is a private owner, and they were saying, they was telling me I was denied because of my rental history, because of the eviction that they put up in 2018. And so I was telling them, like, hey, that was 2018. This has happened. And I gave them a watered down version of what I just said. And they basically said, well, okay, whatever, good luck. So that was me shaking back like, okay, that part wasn't for me. But in finding this house with this particular company, I had grown frustrated, and I had saw another thing with the rental process, and I guess this video is going to be about applying for rental properties or whatever. But and this is not a video for those people who are homeowners and those who promote home ownership to jump on and talk about home ownership. I understand all that. There's several reasons why I'm not prepared mentally or in many other ways to own a home. So I'm happy renting right now. So this is not that type of video, but it's a video for about this rental process that I've gone through. So anyway, part of the thing is here in Florida, I'm not sure about other states, the application fees are astronomical, like $75, $80 per application per adult that's going on the application. And so anyway, that was back to back of paying $75, $80 per application fees and still not getting the place or whatever. So it just became a lot. And so anyway, I saw what this particular company was saying, hey, come apply with us, we're waiving application fees right now. So I was like, okay, well, I'm definitely not gonna pass that opportunity because if it's denied, I haven't lost anything. So I applied, and I got a phone call one day. Me and my daughter backtrack. I've never stopped the process of manifesting the home that I desire. Like the writing process, the visualization process, none of that have I stopped in all of this that I had going on, because I will manifest what I want, and I'm just following the paths of different ways to be able to do that. So if I feel led to apply with a particular company, if I feel led to ride on a particular street, if I feel led to ask a particular person, I'll do that. So anyway, I did feel led to do the application. And so anyway, my daughter and I were in IKEA one day, and that was part of my manifestation process, because I'm in there looking like, okay, I like that, I will put this here. I like that, it will go there, or whatever. My daughter was looking at stuff for her room. That was part, she didn't even know it, but that was part of us manifesting the home that we desired. And so anyway, I get a call while I'm in there, and the lady's like, hey, this is such and such company, and I got your application, and I'm gonna send it over for final approval. Which, the way that she worded it, I knew that there was a level to the approvals, and so I knew that the way she was talking, she had done the approval, and then the next person or the next team or whoever, they just had to do their approval process. So it was kind of exciting in there, and so I didn't say anything to my daughter, but I was thinking like, oh my God, this could really be an approval. And so she called me back. I think we were still in IKEA. And she said that she had gotten the approval. And so I applied for a home that I saw online at that time. And I told her I hadn't even looked at it yet, but I was going over to look at it once I left IKEA. And so my daughter and I went over to look at it, and I did not like it. Like, I tell people I don't splurge on a lot of things. I'm not a splurger. However, when it comes to where I live, I don't mind paying more money to live in a better neighborhood, a higher vibrational neighborhood, a neighborhood where we can feel comfortable, a home that we can love. And so anyway, I went to the home, and it was just not, the neighborhood was just not, it was not, I wasn't feeling elevated. It was feeling low vibrational, and it was not a horrible neighborhood. It just was not somewhere I wanted to live. And so anyway, I called her back, and I said, hey, I'm not gonna go with that home because it's just not for me. Backtrack. There was a lot of gratitude and thanks in getting the approval, because as I mentioned, I have gone through a lot. It would take me a long time to explain all the denials and all the things that have happened in the process of trying to manifest this home. So the approval was huge. But at the same time, when you are one where you're tuned in and you realize that you're supposed to manifest what you want, and only certain people are going to get this, the blessings don't seem so huge because you've already started manifesting them in another realm. So in another realm, it's already reality. You just trying to bring it over into the physical. So when it comes over into the physical, that's why blessings you've been praying for, you think they're going to be everything when they get here. And when they get here, you like, oh, okay. So it wasn't like a big fireworks moment, because I had already started manifesting. They had already manifested in another realm. It was just coming down to earth. So it was huge to see that it had finally come over, because I'm always fascinated by how the universe does things. And so anyway, after looking at that home, I looked at about 3 more in the same day, because I was really just feeling, me and my daughter just had lunch, and we just looked at a few places. And then we picked up the baby. It was time for her to get picked up from daycare. And then we looked at this last home, and I really was just like, okay, this is going to be the last one, because I'm tired. I'm frustrated. I'm burnt out. I'm seeing these places that I would not dare live. And I got this approval, and I'm praying that this approval is not going to just be an approval and I can't do nothing with it because I don't like the homes. And so anyway, I walked into this house, and I loved it, and my children loved it, and it was just a space that we want in the area that we love, and many other things or whatever. And so I had to quickly send the house, because I'm like, okay, I've got approved, I like this house, but there may be another application on it. Lo and behold, there was no other application on it, and I did get my approval for the apartment. And so in that process of getting approval, there was things that I still had to do. I had a lot of money that I had to put forward to get moved in. I had to do the whole moving process. I had to help get friends and family to help me move, and all of these other things. So there was a lot to it. But here I am sitting here. All of my stuff is moved. I'm in peace, unpacking my things. My daughter is taking a nap. And it just feels really, really good. And I came from a place where I didn't know. Just a week and a half ago, I didn't know what was next. I didn't know what I was going to do. I didn't know how I was going to move. And so I guess I need to say, if you're a mommy, I'm just going to speak to the mommies. If you're a mommy and you're in a place where you need housing for you and your children, you refuse to settle for just anything like me, because there are some programs and stuff out there available for people who have different issues or whatever, but no, because I can manifest what I want. I would encourage you to not settle for just anything, and to remember how small you are in this universe, and if the birds are fed, you will be too. And I encourage you to don't let anything stop you from pursuing what you know you want. The denials, the I don't have it like that, that neighborhood is too good for me. All of the things, don't let anything stop you. You can manifest anything. Literally anything. It's crazy that I'm sitting here. But yeah, that was a process of getting into this home that I love. And I'm sitting here and I'm unpacking and I'm in peace. The only thing that would make this moment more perfect, honey, is if I had a glass of wine, and I don't got no wine. But it feels really good. And I'm thankful for how everything transpired. I'm thankful for the people that supported and got me and my daughters moved into this place. I'm thankful for everything that we have. I'm thankful for the vibe and the peace that I get here, because that matters to me. So, yeah. I hope that helps, because it happened for me and it can happen for you with the eviction, because, baby, that eviction wanted to take me out. With everything that might have transpired in your past, like stop creating excuses to not be successful, honey. Nothing matters. Literally nothing matters. Because when the universe wants to bless you, it does. Like, nothing matters. Like, no door can be closed. Like, the universe will cause paperwork to get lost. The universe will cause certain things to be overlooked by mistake just to bless you. Just so you can have what it is that you're supposed to have. And so when I get no's, it's like, yeah, it's frustrating a little bit when I'm in my human mind, but when I step into my superhuman mind, I am reminded that, baby, ain't nothing to stop me. I'm gonna have what I want. I'm gonna do what I want. I'm gonna get what I want. I was joking with my brother today about moving to Africa, and he joked back about being able to afford to move to Africa. And I told him, baby, you know me. You know me. I will go. And the way will be made, as it always is. I just be moving out here. Blessings to y'all.